breath joins this soul to a life, but some have life in breathlessness. Their souls in a higher place, a mighty ocean of consciousness. A name is given to life, to truth, to love, transcending the mind to feel the soul, connect to the power above. Some wake, some dream, some have dreamless sleep, but another level, the liberated see, the consciousness of the infinite Turiya, be free. Well, I was woken up in 1994 at 4 o'clock in the morning with those words in my head, and I still remember them now. And it's very much about the power of the breath, and that's what today's episode is about on the journey to well-being. Breathing. Oh, breathing. Well, we're doing it all the time, aren't we? But the quality of our breathing determines the quality of our health and the quality of our life. When we breathe in fully, we're breathing in the fullness of life. When we breathe out fully, we are letting go fully, leading to relaxation and peace. It's one of the great gifts of the teachings of yoga, and I wanted to do a whole episode about breathing. It's just so important, really is. I'll give you some practical examples. So last night, some toothache, and it wasn't very pleasant for me. But I remembered the power of the breath, so I was doing some very deep breathing last night. I was breathing in for a count of 20, I was holding the breath for a count of 20, and I was breathing out for a count of 20. And that really got me into a very relaxed state. I was able to withdraw some of the focus from the pain into my heart, into that peace. It's very, very useful for me. Of course, breathing can be used to uplift our consciousness. We have the expression, I'm using Essex parlance here, of tantric yoga, of whacking it up the spine, of focusing your energy from that root, from that grounded center, and lifting the energy up to the heart and back down, and then lifting the energy all the way up through the spine into that center of unity consciousness, into that center of oneness. So breathing is so important. If you look at the animals that live the longest, like the giant tortoise, they breathe very slowly. And some say it's not how many years we live, it's how many breaths that we take. So it's the simplest thing to do, is to breathe deeply. Okay, so a little exercise. If you want to join in, you can. Obviously don't do this if you're driving in the car or something, but you put your hands on your belly, right? Because in the yogic breathing, full breathing, it's about breathing to the belly. It's not about this chest, it's the belly, right? So if you put your hands on the belly, you sit with your spine straight. I've got my cushions here, I feel really comfy. In through the nose if you can, out through the nose or mouth. And as we breathe in, we're feeling the belly expand, so the belly's growing. Then the rib cage, collarbones lift up, full breath. Exhale. The reverse of that process, collarbones full, rib cage contracts, belly comes in. It's very easy, very simply to change your breathing, deepen your breathing, brings more oxygen to the cells of the body, more oxygen to the brain, bringing healing, balance and harmony. Nostril breathing is important. The nose has subtle filters, takes out some of the airborne pollutants and also encourages the breath to go deeper into the lungs. But if you've got a cold or something, breathe through the mouth, that's alright. It's just about that depth of breath. And bringing the hands to the belly can be a very good way just to help focus your awareness. So that triangular breathing is a very good technique to practice. Dr. Chatterjee has given to the world again the beautiful 3-4-5 breath, where you breathe in for a count of 3. Shall we do this together? 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once more. In for 3. Deep breath. Hold for 4. And out for 5. And Dr. Chatterjee explains that when the exhalation is longer than the inhalation, it sends messages to the body, these are primal systems that we have, that everything is okay, we can relax. And the body can start going into that process of repair and of healing, rather than being in these micro stress moments of these concerns that are triggering cortisol and adrenaline and leading to ill health. It's a very simple practice. Another one, tension release. I was doing this last night. It's very helpful. Inhale, squeeze the body. Exhale, relax the body. Yeah, inhale, squeeze. Exhale. One more time, inhale. And one final beautiful practice taught by the Buddha, reputed to be taught by the Buddha, revitalized 2,500 years ago, is the practice of Vipassana, watching the breath. You can bring your focus to the nostrils, you can bring your focus to the spiritual eye, or if you want, to the heart. And just become aware of the breath. Become the witness of the breath. And witness its flow. Be the observer. This frees us from the attachment to the breath. The breath joins the soul to the life, but some have life in breathlessness. This is talking about the state of yoga of samadhi, where the breath almost stops, or indeed does stop, the body energized by the balance of life force, of prana. Freeing ourselves from body attachment, from sensory attachment, freeing our energy to once again be lifted up through the spine and focused on that point of soul consciousness. So friends, I really encourage you to practice conscious breathing. Of course you're breathing, you're alive. Practice conscious breathing to promote self-healing, to promote meditation, to invoke, to awaken a connection in love-making, in deep relaxation, in peace, and ultimately in spiritual awakening. Breathing, what a journey of well-being. Certainly there's so much wonderful practice, techniques given by the masters of yoga, and you can certainly learn more about that. If you want to learn the high science of yoga, meditation, look into Kriya Yoga, very powerful Kriya Yoga pranayama, brought to the Western world, of course, by Paramahansa Yogananda. But there are many wonderful breathing techniques. Be careful when you're practicing breathing techniques as well. You should learn from a qualified teacher. If you're learning in a space of one-to-one, it can be very powerful. So you need to be careful with the practice. Always breathe naturally. Always breathe calmly, with never straining in your practice. Well, I hope you found that interesting and useful. I'm going to continue my meditation now with this Vipassana, and I hope you have a wonderful day.